Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse One here with Miss Hella. Cats are still inside for the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if they squeeze their way out. It's raining again, as you can see. So we're going to come in the building here and do this video inside. And we'll look out over the yard. Alright, oh, see, she's already out. You are too funny. She's a smart one. She is a smart one. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Alright. I want to talk about something else. I saw an article a while back, and now the details are coming out, okay? And there was, if you guys remember, it was in North Carolina. This guy, family man, had been on a city council for like 10 years or whatever it was, and wherever his business was, he was at this business. This guy comes in, throws gasoline on him, had bought 3 gallons worth of gasoline, threw the gasoline on the guy and set him on fire. Okay? So I was always wondering for a long time, what happened? What led to that? And it's all come out now. What went down, why it happened, and Clyde's in here now as well. So there's both of the cats. Got to be right here. If I had stayed inside, they would still be right there. So I always wondered what had happened. Well, apparently, the guy that got set on fire, the guy that set him on fire, was the husband of the wife that he was having an affair with. Apparently, the wife had filed for divorce. She'd been having an affair with this councilman, and this husband, obviously very upset, finding out obviously that his wife was having an affair and who it was, and now she's filed for divorce. And I'm going to tell you, and I would never justify and say somebody deserves to be set on fire, okay, but I can completely understand where this guy is coming from. Completely understand it, okay? Not justifying his actions, but when you are in a relationship and you are invested, and you're invested in a relationship, and you're out there, and I'm going to speak as a man's perspective, okay? I'm going to use like my ex-wife and I, all right? Now, when we got together, and I'll tell you honestly, I'll tell you exactly what I said to her. I said, and I'll tell you where I was coming from with this perspective. So I'm going to give you a man's point of view from this perspective. I love my ex-wife to death. I will always love her in my own way. Obviously, I'm not in love with her anymore, but she will always have a special place in my heart. When we were together, I had said to her, I go, don't ever cheat on me. I said, because if you cheat on me, I said, I'll kill you both. And I meant that, and I will tell you why. From the mental state of a man, my wife was a stay-at-home wife. We had 2 kids together, plus my stepson. I was putting in 66 hours a week to take care of my family. I had 1 day a week off, and that was Sunday, okay? So I worked all the time, folks. And I was making that sacrifice because that's my family, and that's my responsibility as a man, okay? And to think that while I would be out working, that she would do something like that, and as far as I know, she never did. Okay, I will put that out there right now. She didn't leave me because of somebody else. We had our problems and stuff like that. But, had she been cheating on me, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Your mental state, anybody on here, anybody that's watching that has gone through a divorce, that has been divorced or gone through it, man or woman, can attest that your mental state is not quite right during that type of a situation, because you've gone from this relationship where this other person supposedly loves you, and now they don't want to be with you anymore, okay? It's a real tough thing, and it's not fun to deal with in any way, shape, or form. Me personally, I will tell you, I did not date for 2 years after my ex left, because I just couldn't. I just was mentally not able to give anybody else anything, you know. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. Now, you know, maybe that was extreme saying what I said to my ex-wife, but I felt that honestly because of the fact is that I was making the sacrifice, and if she would be out there screwing around, that would be an issue. That would be an issue. But like I said, again, I don't believe that she ever did. As far as I know, she never did. So I never had any suspicions that she ever did or anything like that. But anyway, you know, but again, you never know. I mean, you never know. So, I mean, but the thing is, there's consequences for your actions. All right? There's always going to be consequences for your actions. Cheaters are cheaters, folks. Men or women. Come in both sides. All right? You know, and it's just, it is what it is. If people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat. That's just bottom line. And so, you know, and again, you know, I totally get from where a man is coming from in that perspective. You know, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good thing. And I will tell you a little. Let's talk a little bit about this, okay? The most likely culprits, if somebody is cheating, right? If like say the wife is cheating, the first place you want to look is in your own family. She could be cheating with somebody, or he could be cheating with somebody in your own family, okay? With a relative. The second people you want to watch out for would be your friends. Because most likely somebody covets your wife or husband that's in your friends group, and that would be the second person, or second group. Now the third would be somebody that they work with. And those are generally how that happens. You know, they feel like they're not getting enough attention, or they're bored, or whatever the case may be. But these things do happen. So, where, like I said, this guy went and set this guy on fire, I understand that rage. I completely understand that rage. And you are not in a good mental state during that time period. And when you find out that it's an affair, that just is like the nail in the coffin, especially for a guy. Okay, folks, especially for a guy. You know, if the guy's doing the right thing. Now, you know, I mean, there's a lot of circumstances with everything, but you know, it just, so I understand where the guy's coming from, and I get why the guy did what he did. Is it the way to handle it? Probably not. You know what I mean? But, you know, and then if you got kids involved on top of it, it just makes it that much more difficult. I would like you guys to, and this is like a completely off the rails type of video, but it was just, I saw that, and I saw that the guy was like in court. The other guy did survive, but really badly burned, and, you know, he is recovering, but just a really, really bad situation. And so it's interesting, and I think he was married too, if I'm not mistaken. And I could be wrong on that one. The councilman, I think he was married too. So, you know, that's one of those F around and find out, you know, type of situations. But, you know, it just doesn't make it right, but I understand. As a man, I understand. So, anyway, I'd like you guys to share your thoughts. What was your mental states going through your divorces, or, you know, and stuff like that, and, you know, the circumstances and stuff like that. You're in a very, very fragile state mentally when those type of things happen. So, anyway, guys, have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.